India will not toe the line. I think the Americans should know by now, whether you do things for us, you don't do things for us. But we are not Pakistan, right? You cannot dictate to us, you cannot dictate to a foreign minister or to a prime minister. We do not take dictation from anybody. We prefer to sleep hungry, but we are not going to bow down in front of everybody. Forget it. Just forget it. I think America is extremely selective when it comes to condemning people and when it comes to encouraging people. When it suits American foreign policy, they will do something even if it's absolutely wrong. How difficult is it to get an immigrant killed in America, or even get a citizen killed in America, or get anybody killed in America? They think that they cannot control India. Of course you can't control India. Nobody can control India. One is intent, the other is capability. India always had the capability. Always had the capability. India never had the intent. America will betray you. America has a long history of betraying those who trust it the most. Jan friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the latest news of the day. Now, there are two news articles which say different things, and this is about the drone sale. You're aware of the drone sale. You're aware of 32 drones that, when Prime Minister Modi went to the White House, there was this big announcement, India is buying 32 armed drones from General Atomics. General Atomics is the American company which makes the Sea Guardian, which makes the Predator, and a whole series of drones. And these are no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, the finest drone systems in the world, the finest UAV platform. There is nothing better. Now, there is news coming, and Wire says that the drone deal is cancelled, and NDTV says that, hey, maybe this drone deal, there is a temporary hiccup, but it's all right. It's not stopped, it's going on. The reason given by Wire is that because, quote unquote, some Indian tried to kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, America is extremely upset, and America has said that till we get to the bottom of this issue, let's put this deal on hold. Okay. Now let's discuss this. I'm not here to say whether, the Wire is right or NDTV is right. I'm here to give you my opinion. All right. These are two media platforms giving almost opposite news, and I'm going to say something which is totally and radically different from the both of them. I don't agree or disagree with them. I have my own view, and here is my view. First of all, America uses the carrot and stick approach, right? The carrot and the stick approach is that we give you this and we give you that. We'll give you technology. We'll give you weapons. You want to hold the G20? We'll make sure that our president is there. We'll help you make it a grand success. But in return, you toe the line. Right? Now, India will not toe the line. I think the Americans should know by now, whether you do things for us, you don't do things for us. That is up to you. It is up to you. Yes, you can request India, and India will consider your request as a friend. But we are not Pakistan, right? You cannot dictate to us, you cannot dictate to a foreign minister or to a prime minister. We do not take dictation from anybody. Today, India is the 5th largest economy. There was a time when Indians were dying of hunger. There was a time when there were floods in India, there were earthquakes, there were so many problems. There was famine, farmers were committing suicide. We did not have money. We were almost bankrupt, and even then we did not take dictation. India is not a country that takes dictation. We prefer to sleep hungry, but we are not going to bow down in front of everybody. Forget it. Just forget it. So I think America has for too long been interacting with Pakistan, It has got used to the character of Pakistan, where you throw a few dollars and their chief of the army staff says, yes, sir, what can I do for you, sir? Or their prime minister says, yes, Mr. President of the United States, POTUS, I'm here to follow your orders. That thing does not happen in India. That's number one. Number two, I think America is extremely selective when it comes to condemning people and when it comes to encouraging people. When it suits American foreign policy, they will do something even if it's absolutely wrong. When it's not suitable, then they try and take the high moral ground. Like, for example, Americans are saying that Indians tried to kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu. I think this is absolutely fraud. If they say, okay, Raw tried to kill Pannu. If Raw wanted Pannu dead, Pannu would be dead. In America, where there are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 4 guns per person. That is the kind of weapons deployment in the civilian sphere that they have in America. Every civilian has at an average of 4 weapons. There are mass shootings every day. Whether you go to New York or Washington or Chicago or Miami or any other place, drugs, guns, these are widely available in America. How difficult is it to get an immigrant killed in America, or even get a citizen killed in America, or get anybody killed in America? This keeps on happening. Gun violence in America is the greatest in the world. I mean, gun violence in America is more than that in Pakistan or in Afghanistan. Think about it. There are more, I think, there are more Americans killing Americans than Israelis killing Hamas. There are simply more of them. That's it. So, these are dual standards. When America wants to pressurize India, they will use such tactics. When they want to pressurize India, right? And let me give you an example. So, America says, we'll give you GE engines, the holy grail of defense technology, engines for fighter jets. Okay, done. Then America will come up and say, hey, we'll give you drones and all. We'll give you access to the Striker technology. We'll give you access to M777 technology. M777 is a artillery gun, medium gun, 155 mm, or Striker, infantry combat vehicle. We'll give you access to all that technology. You can make it in India and all that. So India says, great. But when America says that you need to vote against Russia, when the talk of the Russia and Ukraine war comes up, India says no. When America says you can't buy oil from Russia, India says no. When America says you can't buy S-400 systems from Russia, India says no. When America says you can't buy oil from Iran, India says no. India goes ahead and does whatever exactly India wants to do, and this is what really hurts the American ego. They think that they cannot control India. Of course you can't control India. Nobody can control India. Nobody can control India. Yes, you can place a request, and which we will consider. But if you think, it is not about India being more powerful, because the US is the most powerful nation on earth. That is not our claim to fame, that we think we are more powerful. No. We have self-respect. And clearly, you are not able to see the difference between India and Pakistan. You are too used to Pakistani generals kowtowing. Our generals don't do that. Our politicians don't do that. Right? As I said, you can place your request and we will consider. Now, another thing is that, you know, what the Wire is saying and what NDTV is saying is a separate thing altogether. Forget about them. What I am saying is, if this deal is cancelled, I think it will be a godsend. I think it will be a blessing for India. I wish this deal is cancelled. You cannot fight wars with somebody else's weapons. Yeah. And there is a time when you're going to have to bite the bullet and say, thus far and no further, from today I'm not going to import. Of course, you can depend upon France and Russia, but you can't fight wars on American weapons, based on American weapons. Look what's happening to Zelensky. Today, you buy drones from the United States of America, you have the money, $3.5 billion, go, here's the check, give us 32 drones, state of the art, the best of the best. America delivers the drones. Tomorrow you have a war with China, war with Pakistan. What are you using? You're using Hellfire missiles. America says, no, sorry, we will not give you Hellfire missiles. Then what do you do? What can you do? It's going to be very, very difficult. So the best thing is, get this entire ecosystem out of the government. Give it to private players in India. They have enough money. They have R&D depth. You have the Tatas and you have the Mahindras and you have the L&Ts and the Adanis and the Ambanis here in the country. There is no dearth of money. There is no dearth of investment. People are willing to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in weapons manufacturing. And above all, you have the IITs in India. You know, think about it. Just think about it. We might take some time, but if we can run YouTube, right? If we can run Google, if we can run Microsoft, if we can give the world the best possible scientific talent, can't we make a drone? That is because we never wanted to make a drone in the first place. So there are two things which I always say. You know, one is intent, the other is capability. India always had the capability. Always had the capability. India never had the intent. All you need to do is create intent. When intent and capability meet, magic happens. Don't you think that the Tatas are capable of making a world-class drone? Don't you think the Mahindras are capable of making a world-class drone? Of course they are. America, I'm telling this to any policymaker who would listen, America will betray you. America has a long history of betraying those who trust it the most. America betrayed its allies in Vietnam, it betrayed its allies in the Korean War, it betrayed the Afghan National Army in Afghanistan, it betrayed everybody. It's betrayed Zelensky. Now it's talking tough to the Israelis. They will betray. And I'm not talking about the American people here. I have the highest respect for the American people, for American culture, for the American Constitution. It is the American politicians that I do not trust. And I'm very sure, take a poll from 1,000 American citizens, and 999 will tell you that even they do not trust their own politicians. And this is exactly what I'm trying to say today. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, press the like button. I'll catch you again tomorrow with another fresh news. Till then, Jai Hind.